What's going on, world? Thank you guys for tuning into A Connection TV here on YouTube and watch actv.com, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to Culture Club. Like we do on every episode, we're going to reintroduce ourselves from our right to our left. State your name, your IG handle, and give your opening statement for this episode.
Okay, well, I am the man with the plan, Enrique Fan, aka Papa Smurf. You can follow me on Instagram at EnriqueFan_72. The one thing that I want you guys to always remember that if it does not apply, don't reply. Every situation does not deserve your energy.
All right.
I like that. Yes, coming on strong. Hi, I'm Adrienne Cannon. My IG is at ADRIEN_CANNON. That spells Adrienne Cannon in my own special way. Well, I believe that every woman should be able to express themselves the way that they feel like they should.
What's going on? I am Wesley. My IG is Wes the Good Guy because I am that. And my opening statement is cherish every moment that you have with whoever is in your life because life is extremely short.
Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Dion. My IG is Chris Dion, that is DEONW. So actually it's not Chris Dion, it's Chris Dion W. You got it. And my opening statement is, mind your business, man. If it don't concern you, stay out of it.
All right. Someone's a
He
little
was
uptight.
he was mad about that.
Yeah, I think-
Please don't get in
Right.
Chris business. I mean, Chris business. Dion
Dion W. Dion W.
So the first topic of concerns deals with titties. And there's only one person at the table that has titties. Apparently, well, that is correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, apparently, there are some new breastfeeding terms that are surfacing or coming about because people feel like they have to be included in, I'm going to say, just about everything. So, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Miss Titties. Let's talk about it.
Take old bitties.
Tell us what's going on.
So I seen a meme. Oh no, I seen an article, I think, or a picture. Someone had posted a picture of a news report about breastfeeding term going to be changed to something else, and I'm like, breastfeeding is breastfeeding. I mean, when you feed your newborn from the breast, that's where it's coming from. There's no need to change it. That's how I feel about it. There's no need to
So what was
change
the
that
name
term.
that it was being changed to? Do you
I can't remember the name.
Human milk.
Something about human milk, human something.
Milk feeding or
human milk feeding. What? Why do we need to say human milk feeding? Breastfeeding is breastfeeding. The only way that you can get human milk is from the breast.
Well, we can call it meat extensions. Can't we call it meat extensions?
It could be what it is.
It's
breast.
meat that extends from the...
It could be breast.
From the chest cavity.
We already have a term. There's no need to change a term to include someone else. There's no point. There's no point. I see no point in this. Y'all comment in there and tell me what's the point.
Well, why does it make you feel some sort of way?
Because I'm tired of this whole, let's change names to have me included in no. Here go another thing that happened.
Where you going? Go ahead, sis.
Maxi pads, sanitary napkins. Someone got offended about sanitary napkins being for females. It said female sanitary napkins, something like that on the packaging of sanitary napkins.
Wait, what?
They have male wipes as well.
This is what I don't understand. Why they say they were offended? This is yeah.
I'm not
Crazy,
understanding.
right?
No, I don't understand what you're saying.
So the sanitary napkins. So that is the pads for women during menstruation.
Oh, that's what it's called? Sanitary. Is that the brand or is that what it's called?
No, that's what it's called.
It's called what?
sanitary, it could be called sanitary napkins, pads, maxi pads, tampons is also used.
That's making them.
Right. But the term
Pads.
could be considered as sanitary napkins.
And you have a problem with it being called sanitary napkins?
No,
She said something.
I don't have a problem
She said
with
somebody
it.
else had a problem.
Somebody had a problem with it saying that it's for females.
So
That's what it's for.
something that's for
Only
the
females
vagina
menstruate
is something that's for the vagina is
to catch
all the stuff that happens with the vagina.
the sloughing of the uterus.
Child.
When it sloughs
too
off
much.
its blood, it comes in and it catches and it soaks it
It
up.
soaks it up.
That's what the sanitary napkins are for.
I mean,
and
but
it's
some-
for females, and they said they were offended. And I believe the company, I believe it was always something big like that, like
It's
always.
like kitty litter?
Huh?
It's like kitty litter?
No, it's not like kitty litter, but the person in the back, off camera. Anyways, so they were upset about that, and the company was considering changing the packaging to be sensitive to someone who feels that, oh, I don't feel like I'm included in that.
Okay.
I wish I would have known.
So I'm like, so to me, it's like this is another thing. The breastfeeding. Oh, I don't feel included in that. What? How? Like you have nothing to do with the what? Why do we gotta change all our terms to make you feel included?
The article that I read was more inclusive of women, but it talked about changing it because of non-binary and transgender men who were once women that still may have to do that. So that's why they wanted to change it to human milk and chest milk, because
Chest milk.
they're trying to make it all inclusive for the pronouns and the adjective in the.
It's still breast
I'm a
milk.
drink.
It comes from the breast.
Yeah.
I mean, breast.
You're right.
It's
You have a chest.
Because
I mean,
men
people
can
don't
get
call
breast cancer. Y'all know that.
right.
We get breast cancer, right? Men get breast cancer. Why
Men can
you
get
can't
breast
change the
cancer.
name
It's the
that we
breast.
call it?
It's the chest. What? Why would I change that term? Just that? I'm gonna need y'all to get over yourselves.
A lot of people feel that words give situations power, so that's why they keep trying to get into this particular verbiage. But my take on it, being an elderly guy, an older guy, and hey, I'm admitting it now. I'm embracing my age these days. I'm
Amen.
embracing it.
Come on with it.
But having lived a lot of life and seen a lot of things, and now having kids and grandkids, I have a sense of sorrow because they're growing up in a time that is very confusing. It is extremely confusing because these terms and these words and these organizations and these people are now trying to change the things that we've always known. And I know that change is inevitable. I know that life is about revolution. I get all that. But some things are just like, what's next? Y'all gonna try to change the Bible? I just don't understand. Like,
But there's so many versions of the Bible anyway.
yeah, but I'm saying like when I say change, I'm talking like change. Not to say now that Mary of Nazareth was a trans, you know, just because I did research and it showed that she did this, because that's what people are doing these days. It showed that she wore long hair. You know, girls wore long. You know, I'm telling you, they're doing some ridiculous things. And I think that some things that are traditional should remain traditional. Because that it's worked this long, and I've had younger people to argue me, well, what worked for y'all don't work for me.
True.
But I'm still here, so obviously it's working. That's
So I'm conflicted. Like I have two sides to this whole. Right. I have two sides to this thing, right? Because I brought this topic. Well, she brought up a lot of these topics, and then I added to it because on one side of the coin, I just don't understand why is that important, or why we're making this much of a fuss for like every little thing. But then on the other side of it, I'm like, well, I know what I went through when I was being gay. I know what I've gone through being gay. And I think about it, taking myself out of the situation, why is it more important for gay men to have all of their rights, and why is it not as equally important for me, who doesn't take on the term of gay or whatever term you take on, for me not to have the consideration that a gay man has, or for me not to have the consideration that a lesbian has. And so I get that, But then my thing with that is like I understand where she's coming from with something that is so common and natural for her. If you take offense to the word natural, I'm sorry, but that's exactly what it is. Natural for her. So why does all of the stuff that she's used to has to be accommodating and or changed because now someone wants to be a part of something that she's known since, birth. So I get both sides. But I want to add on to this conversation by saying that I discovered that being part of the alphabet family, that we've added to the alphabet term of what happened.
Are you skipping over Chris? Because
No.
I didn't.
We didn't take turns talking about it. We gave it to you, and then
I thought we was
talking
gonna
about
get
it.
his.
You wanted to hear
I wanted
his-
to hear his opinion
No.
About go ahead. I thought he
about
talked
the
about it.
breastfeeding. I didn't hear anything.
He was kind of
Yeah,
on the side. He said breast is
I
breast.
totally agree
Yeah.
with you. Breastfeeding, they should not change the name to it. Why would you change the tone?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. I guess you did. My bad. I believe.
But the alphabet family has extended the alphabet, or acronym. It's not even an acronym because it doesn't spell anything. But LGBTQ2S. Wait, LGBTQIA2S plus.
What?
It's
Yeah.
too many things
Okay.
to try to remember.
Shit.
Yeah. So we have lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer or questioning, two-spirit, intersex, and asexual.
Now I never heard of two-spirit. This is new. Can you please?
Yes, two-spirit.
tell me
I
what
just
two-spirit
discovered
is?
this
'Cause
last
is
night.
new. I've never heard of two-spirit.
Two-spirit is for the indigenous people that believe that they were born with two spirits within them, a male and a female force.
Okay.
Yes.
Indigenous.
Male
That's
and a
interesting.
female force.
Yes. Isn't that what?
Science is something.
It's a what the hell?
That's not science. That's just beliefs.
That's
systems.
mine. That's the mind.
That's the mind.
That's
That's
the
the
mind.
belief systems.
And you know what? And again, this is us having a conversation, right? This is not us. I'm speaking for myself.
No,
I'm not saying anyone is wrong or right or whatever.
Because that's our
Whatever.
opinion.
It's like he said earlier. It's very confusing because what we've grown up and have been accustomed to.
Oh.
So now we're in this open space, in this open world where everybody is heard and all of this, and so we create all of these different terms. And for me, for
you, I'm baffled.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
it
to
is.
figure it out.
It is. It is.
But how is that? But I'm questioning. Okay, I'm questioning.
So you're cute.
No, I'm not cute.
Okay.
I'm questioning. I'm questioning this.
There we go.
This. Wow. Okay. So wait, two spirits. So I understand the spirit thing, right? Because I believe all people have. To me, this is just my opinion. All people have feminine and masculine energies within themselves.
Yeah.
Period. Right? Okay. So, to spirit, if you're talking about spiritual things, right? What that
I'll
got to
read
do
it for you.
with sexual orientation?
Two-spirit is a term used with some indigenous communities encompassing cultural, spiritual, sexual, and gender identity. The term reflects complex indigenous understandings of gender roles, spirituality, and the long history of sexual and gender diversity in indigenous cultures.
When was that written?
I don't know
When was that published?
when
Yeah.
this was written, but
Please, people
that's
know the stuff.
a picture example.
Okay.
Because wouldn't that be close to bisexual?
I mean, it is.
So why we need a whole
Why you
different
need a whole
name
other
for
phrase?
bisexuality?
Well, if someone was two-spirit, they would say no, it's not bisexual. They would say
I'm
it's very different. Because I think the key word for me is spirit.
Oh,
And then
wait.
when it says the gender roles, spirituality, and the long history of sexual and gender diversity in the indigenous cultures, are we in an indigenous culture? We don't know what that life is like.
No, I don't know what the life is like, but it sounds very much like bisexuality.
To simplify this, like, are you dealing with two-spirit people? I don't know if y'all listening, but look, are you dealing with a woman and a man, right?
You mean who they're making love to?
Right.
I don't know.
See, I think where Wes is going is that their connection is more of the spirit, not so much as the sexuality. So they may connect to. So if I have two spirits, I may connect to Adrian saying, hey, I feel her because her spirit is kindred to mine, and I may connect to you as well in that same way, but it's not a sexual thing.
Well, what
It's
the
a-
fuck?
Because you have people that believe that spirits, well, we know that spirits carry energy and all
Yep.
that stuff like that, so I'm assuming that is what that is all about.
So
I'm a drink.
Connect how? Connect how?
And we need to.
No, it's connect on a spiritual
level. That's why I'm saying okay, but
So
this also
that makes all us
encompasses.
two-spirit, right?
No.
It also encompasses
I don't-
its sexual orientation too. It's not just spirituality. That's why I'm saying okay, well, going.
Well, this is on the sexual orientation realm. So I guess the question would be, what would a two-spirit person long for or yearn for within the love spectrum of things? And maybe the response is they don't know until their spirits intertwine and connect. Maybe that's the response.
Okay. Sound like it could be the response. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
But I want to confuse y'all a little bit more.
Let's take that one out.
We're going to confuse y'all a little bit more because there are 57 genders.
You can't take that out. You gotta add more and keep
Hey, look
adding.
at here,
Whenever
look
they
at
come
here.
up with a
Look
new
at
label,
here.
you have to
y'all know
add it
we're
to
gonna be
it.
at Z in a minute. Y'all know that.
Look, right, we are. Look, I was born in the 80s. I'm used to gay. Oh, when did bi come out?
I mean,
It's always been out. It's always been out.
It's always been out.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't never. It
It hasn't been popularized.
Bisexual wasn't popular. Bisexual was more popular than DL. DL came a little later.
Uh-huh.
Because
Hey, I'm filming at the moment.
it was well, it was
Yeah. Hello, you hear me?
That's the newer term though. DL.
All right.
More so than bisexual, because bisexual has been a thing for years.
So it's been a thing for. Look, we just need to get back to what we've been knowing for years: gay, bi.
Well, that's
straight.
never going to happen because we have 57 genders, and I'm about to go through it with you. I want you to be a little bit more confused. Okay. So the first out of the 57 genders is we have agender. Okay. Then
What is agender, Lord.
agender, androgyne, androgynous, bigender, cisgender, cisgender female, cisgender cis female, cis male, cis man, cis woman, cisgender female, male, man, woman, male, FTM, gender fluid, gender non-conforming, gender questioning, gender variant. I just watched the Loki. Well, I not just watched, but the Loki Disney Plus when they talk about variants. I got you. Gender queer, intersex. That was real sarcasm. Male to female, MTF, neither, neutrals, non-binary. I've heard of that. Other, pangender, trans, trans star, trans female,
What's a-
trans star female,
Please tell me what
trans
star
male,
is.
trans star male, trans man, trans star man, trans person, trans star person, trans woman, trans star woman, trans feminine, transgender, transgender female, transgender male, man, person, woman, trans masculine, transsexual. I always thought transsexual was like a derogatory term.
I thought it was.
Transsexual female, male, man, person, transsexual woman,
Transsexual means what it is.
and two-spirit.
Hold on, I thought transsexual was not a derogatory term. I always thought that transsexual meant that you either you changed your sex. That's what it means. It's not derogatory.
Once they added on transsexual as far as trans man, trans woman, I think that's when it took on the derogatory, because it's always been transsexual, and I know for years the argument has always been, don't call me a trainee. Because people are like, oh, that trainee, like that's when it gets into derogatory, like being a dyke instead of being a lesbian. It's kind of being a
But I
sissy
thought,
instead of being a gay man.
I thought, well, okay, so I can understand dyke, but I thought that was one of the terms.
What? You thought what was one of the terms?
One of the, well, okay.
No, it
so I'm asking.
was one of the terms, but it became very derogative because people.
So let's
you-
specify what you're saying.
Okay,
What
alright.
was what? Because I don't know what you're talking about. You said you thought what was one of the terms?
Dyke.
You thought dyke was a
for a
legitimate term?
I'm asking. Don't come for me.
No,
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
I
I thought dyke was one of the terms for a lesbian that was a little bit more like a butch.
Oh yeah.
Don't they? Isn't that one of the terms
That was one of the terms, but
lesbians?
For lesbian women, they it turned into femme and stud,
Right, I heard
effeminate,
stud
the
and
more
femme.
effeminate girl is the femme, and
And
the
then
more masculine is the
it's a
stud.
stud.
So Butch,
So Butch is
Dyke,
not there?
Butch and
Butch
Dyke,
is not-
when I-
Dyke-
yes,
but that was
yeah,
one
that
of
was
the
years
See,
ago.
things keep changing.
that
And
was-
we
No,
just
but-
can't.
but
we
even
just
with
can't
that,
go with it.
Dyke-
Get back to the roots.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. And to my knowledge, dyke was never an acceptable
No,
term.
They accepted it.
Not the
'Cause
women
you
I
have,
know.
no, you have older women who are lesbians who will say, "I'm just old boy," like they'll say it.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, but not the women I know. So I guess it is.
So that's what I'm saying. Things
it depends on.
change.
But I'm gonna give you a specific definition. A
I'm gonna put it in
transsexual.
my mouth. I ain't talking
A
about that.
definition.
A transsexual is a person who physically transitions from male to female or vice versa.
Or vice versa.
He or
right.
she might take hormones to suppress the characteristics of the biological gender or promote the characteristics of the desired gender. Is there one other one you want to know what it is?
No. I wanted to know
no.
about the star.
Yeah, what is trans
what is
star?
a trans star? If it's not a trans man, trans woman, what else could
Let's
it
see,
possibly
let's
be?
see.
What
Other
is
than
that?
that, what is star?
I looked it up. It said a trucking company. No,
So Google doesn't have the definition. It just
'Cause
says
that's just
transgender,
got made up
often
some
shortened
time ago.
as trans, is also an umbrella term in addition to including people whose gender identity is the opposite of their assigned sex. It may also include people who are non-binary or queer or gender queer. I want to know what neutros.
No, I want to
It's
know what's
probably
the
the
difference
same
between
thing as
trans male
non-binary.
and trans man. Because you said that trans male, trans man. What?
So neutros, real quick, and I'm gonna get to that. Neutros is
Close
a
to
non-binary gender identity, which is often associated with a neutral or null gender. It may also be associated with genderlessness. So it's just another word
For non-binary. So they coming up with different names for the same thing.
So you said trans male versus trans man?
Yeah. Now,
Isn't it the same thing?
while Wes is researching this, I'm gonna say this again because I know people came in the comments on the other video saying, "Oh, now we're victim shaming." We're not shaming anyone. This is just a conversation amongst four friends discussing the culture. Period. That's
we're learning ourselves.
yes.
Yeah.
As you
Especially
see.
me. Especially me.
Trans. Okay, trans.
But if anyone is watching and you want to educate us, if you have any of these pronouns or terms that you identify with and you can school us a little bit more, that would be very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Not just to us, but the people that watch the video and read the comments as well. Because it's about education, all in the same as us having this conversation.
Yeah. But
All
it's
right,
like,
the
but it's a
term-
lot of terms that's saying the same thing.
The term trans man is used as a short form for either identity transsexual man and transgender man. This is commonly referred to as female to male, FTM. So they're just different terms for the same thing.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So it's not
Lord
really
Jesus.
57 genders. It's really 57 terms.
I guess that would
That's
be
what that means.
That would be what that is. Lord Jesus.
Because that to me, that's not.
Because I was wondering, like, female to male is FTM. I don't understand. Listen. Listen, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. I want to know what pangender is real quick. before we-
Pangender, wouldn't that be the same thing as non-binary?
Let's see.
Probably so.
No, because a pansexual is someone who doesn't
Pangender.
They just-
is-
they don't mind-
Pansexuality is
So
someone
that's the
who's
same thing as
attracted to
bisexuality.
neither sex in any preference or commonly someone who doesn't identify with a
Care.
sexual attraction to a
Yeah.
sex. Pangender is someone who doesn't identify with having a gender themselves.
Pat. Y'all remember Pat?
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
So is that
That's
not
Pat.
is that not binary? Is that not non-binary?
How do you know
Same
about
thing.
Pat? You're not supposed to know about Pat.
What?
It's Pat. Y'all never saw Pat on Saturday Night Live?
Y'all never
I
seen
don't know
Pat?
what you're
talking about.
Y'all
Oh, yeah, you
ain't
gotta
watch
watch
that.
that.
Y'all gotta
I watched it, but I don't know if I've seen it. I mean,
No, you just Google Pat on
Yeah,
Saturday.
Pat. Yeah,
It's
you'll
the
figure it
same
out.
thing.
Yeah.
And it's funny because that was way ahead of all this.
Well, so nothing is new under the sun.
Right.
That's the same thing.
Everything. It's just about it. It's
I'm saying the
now
revolution
new.
of it.
But I'm just saying it's just known to the media now. I feel like you know what I mean. Like or how we were talking before. Like to me, and y'all can feel the way y'all feel. But to me, I think the lesbian, the gay, the bisexual, and trans already is inclusive enough for everybody. Because when you go to the cute and the questioning and the two spirits and maybe asexual, but when you go to all of those other things, it's kind of sort of already included. Maybe not as sexuality, but that's about it. Everything else is like another word for something that's already in one of those 4 things that I was just saying. The lesbian, the gay, the bisexual, the trans. Like,
I'm finna really throw you for a loop. I don't want to get off.
maybe asexual, but that's about it.
What is a gay woman?
A gay woman? I thought, isn't that a lesbian?
Okay. And a gay man is?
A gay man.
Okay. So the term gay means same gender loving. Wouldn't gay just affect both of us? Gay
Exactly.
Well, you're right. Yeah.
So when they came out with LGBT, yeah, the first 4.
LGBT.
Yeah, oh, I'm just baby. I think about HBO and CNN. But when they came out with the first 4 and it was like lesbian, gay, I was like, that's kind of redundant already. It started off redundant because lesbians are gay women.
Right.
You can't, and when you say gay men, then you would probably say LH because they call more gay men homosexuals than call more gay women lesbians. They don't say gay women are homosexual, even though it's
the same thing. So there you go. Then we can simplify it even more.
Oh, geez.
Homosexual. HTB.
You trying to cut down our alphabet?
I am.
You want our
I'm trying to make it simplified.
No, I'm going to
We
order
can't
me a
simplify
BLT and a LGBTQIA sandwich.
We can't
So listen,
simplify
real
it.
quick. At the same time, this is not. We are not speaking for myself. I am not purposely going out of my way to try to offend you if you are watching this video. I am just having a conversation, trying to wrap my brain around all of these terms because pangender, to me, by definition, seems to fall in line with non-binary. So I just don't understand. I don't understand all of the specific terms. I just don't. I don't get it. But that's not to say that it doesn't make sense to you, because it can make sense to you.
I believe what it is like, to me, it's like when you say pangender, when you say non-binary or whatever the other thing you listed, that's very close to the same definition. It's kind of like saying a male, a man, a gentleman, a guy. All of those are different labels for the same type of thing, right? A man, right? You're talking about man or male. You're no matter what, it's still a male. When you say man, boy, that's still a male. You know, it's just a younger male. You know, I ain't gonna say scrub. But you know, like all these different terms for a man or masculine or feminine. Feminine, we have different words. We have female. We have woman, lady, girl.
A lot of women
Dame, madam.
A lot of women
Mrs.,
don't like to be called
Missy,
female.
Miss.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that these are, to me, it sounds as if all these different terms that was listed in your 57 are just different names for the same thing, kind of like what male, men, gentlemen, you know.
Quick
Same
question:
thing.
do you have a problem being called female?
No,
Me neither.
I don't have a problem. That's
So
wonderful.
listen, I want
That's
y'all-
wonderful to know.
I want y'all to leave y'all comments below this video and let us know. All right, from our right to our left, state your name, your IG handle, and your closing off statement regarding the topic of this video.
Okay, if you have enjoyed everything that I have said, my name is Enrique Fan. If you have not, I am Chris Dion.
Throw him under the bus.
I'm throwing him under the bus.
Why do
You can follow me on Instagram at EnriqueFan_72 or Twitter at EnriqueFan72. My closing argument for this situation is live and let live and always try to learn from somebody else.
All right, come on, I like that. You drop some gems
I'm
today.
philosophical.
I'm loving it.
I'm psychological.
Okay, I'm gonna let that one slide because I could have said something. But anyways, I didn't say it. Hey, I'm Adrienne Cannon. So my closing statement is basically, I don't mind you calling yourself whatever you want to call yourself. I just feel like let's not go so far as to change terms that make sense, like breastfeeding and like feminine hygiene products. like to me, those things are something that doesn't need to be changed. So let's just, not put our pennies in a bunch for stuff that doesn't really.
They might get offended.
Yeah. They get offended.
Undergarment, right.
Say undergarment. And that was just a quick joke because it was just a quick joke. I'm Wesley, and my closing statement about this topic is: look, I get the need and the want to feel or be accepted and or understood. I clearly understand that. I understand that from a black perspective, and I understand that from a gay perspective. And put the two together, baby, I lived a crazy life. But on the flip side of that, I will say to everyone that all of these terms apply to, you need to, or you should, because you don't need to do anything, but you should be open to teaching and open to understanding that everyone is not going to be where you want them to be and where you are. So it's going to take time. And just throughout that time, just teach. Because, listen, I've been gay for 40 years. Ain't been nothing else but gay for 40 years. And y'all keep changing this damn LGBT shit to all these different letters. And it's confusing the hell out of me. I don't know what two-spirit is. And I'm very curious and would like to meet someone that considers themselves to be two-spirit. Explain it to me, please.
Okay, I am Christopher Dion. You know the handle, Chris Deown. Chris Deonw. I'm gonna tell you why it's confusing. Just like this whole alphabet stuff is confusing. I changed my name.
Oh, you did?
I changed my Instagram handle.
Oh, okay.
So it's now Deonw. And
what's the W stand for?
It stands for Wallace.
That's his last name.
Right, and like I told y'all before, mind your business. Don't be trying to figure out what the Wallace mean. But anywho, just to piggyback off what Mr. West said.
Now, West. Now.
Please. I totally agree because I'm still confused. I'm going to be confused to the day I die because all these damn alphabets, I don't know. But teach me, enlighten me, please. What happened to the word free? We're free. Let's do that.
Okay.
All right.